Oh, hi there. Welcome to the channel. It's Friday and it's time to head back to Shogi Wars and play some 10-second games of Shogi and try to unlock the season pass avatar, try to win some games, try to learn, and I'll do my best. I'm nervous because this morning's mate run, the Shogi Quest mate run, which I do every day, the two available I do every day, and today was especially it's funny because yesterday I did the 4-hour stream of Tsume, and this morning the Shogi Quest mate run, I'm searching for the word. It's monumentally low for me. So I got 13 on the first with just wrong, over and over. Hey, Rico. Hey, Verdin. Nice to see you both. And I just wrong. And then the second mate run, I got the second one wrong. And then the third one wrong. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen today? I'm thinking as I'm doing that, like, what is going to happen today when I play games? Am I just not seeing, like, is my brain just not processing the board anymore? So it will be interesting. It will be very interesting to see. Let me set, because that was a special event. 10 seconds. Let's see. Rank. 10 seconds. Let's go back. Okay, so we're at 41.6. Boy, it's been rough. Vexel Cafe, nice to see you. I'm drinking some green tea with some honey. I'm still on my decaf coffee. All right, let's do this. Let's do this and hope for the best. You brewed the last of your coffee beans. Yeah, I brewed the last of mine, and I had to go into Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I had to I got a can of Yloigh decaf beans, which I haven't. We'll see. Rico, you moved to your new the house. Oh, awesome. Congrats and good luck. Yeah, hopefully that is the last move for a while. Yeah, Vexel Cafe. That's the appropriate response there. All right, so we're getting the I think we're getting the fifth rank rook Gangi. Yeah, this is the countermeasure. Or not. Okay, so we've got Coward Castle. I think this is a good choice against Ryu in 10-second games. Even if the engine doesn't like it as much, I think it's a good choice. Because you're basically playing... You're playing on the idea that the Ryu player is going to be impatient and will give up once they can't make their attack. I think that's some of the logic there. And it seems, I mean, it doesn't seem completely unreasonable that would be the case. You know, it's just super annoying, super slow. They've got 4 generals back here. They're really not doing anything. They're just preventing me from moving. Hey, Foradun. Yeah, I missed it. I missed it. I admit. I missed it. Let's slow down. This would allow him to do his thing. I think this would allow him to do his thing.
3、4、5、6。
You're trying to exchange a pawn, potentially to get this knight, which isn't the great, which isn't the highest priority or anything.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Rook h5 could have forked the knights.
1、2、
Do I want that though? So I don't think I want to give him the
7、8、9。
Interesting. This is interesting.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Boy, that's nice. That's really nice. That's really nice. That's really nice. I kudos. Yeah, it's over. It's over now.
1、
Good
4枚
game.
です。
Hey, good game. What can I say? So the rook a5. I don't think I wanted to get in there. I don't think I wanted my rook in their territory because it meant that they would have time to have the rook in my
あなたが
territory.
先手です。対局開始。
Somehow my back area became so weak. We'll look at that one after. We'll look at that one after. That one probably is going to be very instructive.
1、
I feel like I was playing a god that game. I felt like I was playing a god.
1、2、
And that's sometimes how I feel against that kind of opening. I thought I was all right for a while until I wasn't, and me opening up that pawn didn't help.
6。 1、2、3。 1。
It's always interesting in these 10-second games. I think you get a different character of Shogi Wars player. You get a very cautious.
2。
They get their king over a lot. They make their castles a little more fully.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 1、2、 1、2、3、4、5、6。
I don't think it works. I don't think it works because if he takes, I come up, he gets the tatakis. So I don't think that works.
2、3、4、5。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 1、2、3。 1、2、3、4、5。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Bring the knight.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
He's got to cap. I think he's got to cap that pawn.
1、2、3、4、5、6。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Not sure. Not sure.
1、
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I don't think. Yeah, it's he gets the gold in there. That's interesting. But I think I just take. Yeah, I think I just take.
3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
That's bad. It's real bad. Real bad. Real bad. The clock. The clock. So there's my big blunder.
1、
Okay, well I think that's a mistake too.
3、1、2、3。
There's no threat of
2、3、4。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Maybe I should have just dropped the pawn.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Oops, that was a misclick. It was supposed to be down here. Supposed to be down here.
1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4、5、6。
Okay.
1、
Wow.
2、3、4。
Wow.
Oh.
That's a free piece.
1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。嬉しい。
Arigatou gozaimashita. So I lost the first. I didn't track the
Lost.
first. Hey Yloigh, good to see you. Video Stay Junior, good to see you. Hello,
Win.
welcome back.
Current streak is 1 win.
You think the bishop was a misclick? Well, what else could he be going for? What else could he be going for? Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, it's still. Oh, you. Yeah. So what about that previous game then? What about the previous game? What am I looking for? Okay, so that first game didn't count because it happened before the time switch, before 10 a.m. my time, which is when they reset in Japan. Okay, so I'll bring it into Lee Shogi. That first game. I think we're going to have probably there might be enough variation to talk about. That for the first loss. Shogi extend? Okay. I don't know about you all. I for some reason I'm looking forward to this weekend. You know, weekends are usually like there's nothing so different for me, but these games. I think this would be, if I had to do it over again, I think this is what I would do. But then maybe it was okay. You're looking forward to the weekend too. It's just nice to be back home after the Thanksgiving travel. Oh, that's true. Maybe that's the thing that, you know, even though I was home for Thanksgiving, you know, there's still, you know, with my son being, maybe it just felt like, maybe in my mind it felt like a vacation. So my mind is looking for some way to revert to the norm. I don't know. I'm speculating. By the way, Fordun, the book, what is it? Thinking Slow for Thinking Fast? Whatever that book is. My wife had got it on Audible, and we have a shared library. So within a couple minutes of me ordering the book, like I ordered the physical book because I thought I wanted to read it. But so within a couple of minutes of that, she came over, and I thought, okay, well, I'll listen to it. You know, I'll listen to it as well. It'll go faster. You know, it'll certainly go faster. You know, because you know, I would, you know, I definitely want. I'm not going to read your thoughts on it until I have read it myself. But I think this will accelerate the intake of the book. So anyway, I'll be doing the audible book, or the audio book as well. All right, so here we have this. Okay. This is about what I'd expect, you know, just dead even. And 5/5 pawn is the number one move. It is the only move that retains the slightest of advantages for Gote. So that was I don't play this often enough such that I can remember the threat of the exchange. But anyway, you know, I played a move. They took, okay, so this was bad. Hey, Franz Budikov. Good day, Emperor Rex. Nice to see you. So this was bad. And Fordun, you're exactly right. Actually, all of these were fine. All of these were great. So I completely misevaluated. So here's my thinking. Here's my thinking as to why I do not want the rook over here or over here or over here or anything. My thinking is, and this is a big advantage, you know, for the engine, not for me, but my thinking here is that Sure, I can get a knight. I can get a knight. Actually, so the number one move is this. The number one move at -7 is just 2-6. -6.9, nice, is 2-7. 6.9 is 2-5. So these are all every possible move that is going to capture this knight is basically -7. And this is -3.5. But regardless, my thinking is, sure, I capture the knight, I get my dragon. It comes with tempo, so that they've got to block. So I'm ahead speed-wise. But my thinking, again, is that this drop is going to be so oppressive that I won't be able to recover from it. But maybe that's not true. Maybe that's not true, because if he drops this rook, the gold comes over, and maybe that's okay? So let's do it. Let's drop 2-5. Their moves, the engine moves are not even. Wait, so but what do I do here? It is just the gold. So the gold is fine. There are no rook moves for the opponent. Wow. Wow. I underestimated the strength of gold 7-1. I just underestimated the strength of gold 7-1. Even here it's not bad, but that's bad. I should have just done this. This was I think this was my first choice, but then I thought, well, I could also start making an edge attack to get that pawn. But I guess the edge attack somehow gave him that advantage. Yeah. I take with the rook. I should have taken with the rook. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I see that. I see that. For the briefest of moments, I considered that, but I didn't really. I just thought I was going to get it trapped. Like, because I thought maybe he just, something like this. And this doesn't work? This doesn't work? I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I definitely struggled visualizing defense. Because, yeah, this was a terrible move. This was just, I mean, I think this was the worst move of the game. Yeah, now I can take. Now I can take. Yeah. So if he does this, then I just come over and it's rough, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Good game. Good game. Let's go back to Shogi Wars. Ort. Training in training. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. With a 6-win streak. They've got a 6-win streak. All right. Bogin.
1、2、3。1、1、2、3、4、5。1、2、
Something's in the water.
4、5、6、7、8、9。1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
Looking for
8、
forks.
9。
Looking for forks.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Yeah.
1、
Can I drop this here?
3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I don't know. I don't know.
1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Brutal. Brutal. Brutal.
1、
Yeah.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
It's tough. It's tough.
1、2、3。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Okay.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
It's fun. Fun times.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、
That was a mistake.
7、8、9。
Big mistake. Big mistake.
1、2、3、4、5、6。
Boy, he saw that quickly.
1、
Yeah, let's I'm not gonna resign yet, but it's over.
5、6、7、8、9。
Hey, Spinal Tap Chess. Man, I've gotten some really
1、
dumb positions here.
3、4、5。 1、2、1、2、
Sumero, take this lance. Take this lance. You know you want this lance. You know you want this lance.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。時間切れがち。
All according to plan. All according to plan.
Win. Current streak is 2 wins.
You okay, Atari? You okay? Yeah, you're smelling the floor? Hey, Origamoniwa, nice to see you. Happy, well, I was going to say happy Friday, but it's Saturday. It's Saturday for you. Atari is sniffing the floor. She had an accident last night on the rug in my this streaming room here. Yes, I'm talking about you, Atari. And yeah, she and there was some blood in there. You know, she's just she goes on these swings. You know, she hasn't been eating so well. It's funny because in the middle of the night, my wife knew that she was going to. My wife was afraid that she was going to poop on the bed. So what happened is, you know, we're lying there, and you know, Atari is sleeping, sort of, you know, cuddled in my legs, and then, you know, she gets up, and then she threw up. And you know, on the floor. You know, we kind of, when she started heaving, we took her off the bed and put her on the floor, and she threw up, cleaned that up, and then she jumped back on the bed, and she made this like meow, this weird meow, and my wife is like, oh gosh, she's going to poop on the bed. You know, she sensed in Atari's behavior, and you know, so we were watching her for a while, you know, making sure she didn't on the bed. But then, sure enough, when I came downstairs to you know, to start the day, there was a little mound on the rug with some blood in there, and you know, yeah, it's tough. She's got that irritable bowel disease, and it's tough. It's tough when, you know, these animals, you know, these family members that you care so much about are struggling. Okay.
あなたが先手です。
よろしくお願いします。
対局開始。1、嬉野流。1、1、2、
Yeah, I'm still thinking about the last game.
4、5、1、2、1、
Ooh.
2、3、
I will send your support. Thank you. Thank you. Fellow.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、
Ah!
1、ぐはー。
Loss. Current streak is 1 loss.
That one hurts. That one, hey, Benjamin Shuett. That one hurts. And that one is going to hurt my rating. That one's going to hurt my rating. All the gains that I've had, they're basically lost. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, during the game it said it was a 2Q. During the game it said 2Q, didn't it? What just happened? 4.6 rating points, the percentage points. You don't lose that many. So I had the win against the Shodan, the win against the 1Q. I applied a bunch of points, and then they're gone. They're gone by one just brain blip as I'm thinking about Atari. That's all right. Atari's worth it. Atari is worth the loss.
あなたが後手です。
Iti tip. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉野流
XP 6591. Hello, hello, hello.
に
Oh, the opponent was 1Q in the game? Thank you. So what was I looking at? What was I looking at?
この調子
There we go.
丁寧に
There we
いきましょ
go.
う
That's how it's done. The universe. The universe is healing. It's healing itself. Oh boy. Maybe I should make a YouTube short of this miniature, as they call them in the chess world. You know, the short games of sort of brilliancy. I think they call them miniatures. This would make for a good YouTube short shogi miniature. A perfect game. A perfect game. I made no mistakes. Yeah, the aura. They knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. So how many rating points did I get for that? All right, we're back. We're back. Wait. Why did I lose 4.6% in that last game? I'm only a 1Q in 10 second. If I'm a 1Q, I'm not even a high level 1Q in 10 second. That opponent was also 1Q, you know, a lower 1Q. But usually you don't lose 4 to 5 points for losing to someone your level. That's strange. That's very strange. Sugar's miniatures? Oh, I didn't realize he does miniatures. The Saboten D does some miniatures, but he speeds them up. Like he does, I don't know if I'd call them miniatures. They're sort of miniature-ish. But he makes a YouTube short and it's sped, like the gameplay is sped up. Saboten D. That's the he's I think of him as a Torizashi player. He also once had a I don't remember the amount of games, but he had like a long running game set with Urashino Sensei, and the winner I think got a $100 YouTube or a $100 Amazon gift certificate, something like that. But anyway, that reminds me of something. That I was thinking about this morning. And I don't know if Rico is there. Ford, you say, yeah, you believe sugar cuts out the thinking time. Okay. Below 20%, the calculation. Yeah, it's definitely different below 20%. But still, you know, I'm above 20%. So I gain and lose more than you would in under 20. But either way, my opponent was 1Q. You know, I was 1Q, my opponent was 1Q sub 20%. I would have expected the most I would lose in that game to be 3%. So I would love to know more about this calculation. Oh, you subscribe Saboten D? Yeah, I love his. He's another one of those players. You know, I learned of him from, I think, Urashino Sensei's channel, or I don't remember. And Koshiro has shared a bunch of Saboten D videos. I think Koshiro also likes Saboten D a lot. Good morning, Don Vito. Good to see you. Good to see you. It's the weekend. You doing any shogi promotion this weekend? What I was going to say, and I was thinking about Rico because Rico is also a fighting game fan. So like the fighting game genre, like Street Fighter, that kind of stuff. I was thinking about, how, yeah, the cactus. I was thinking about how the fighting game world, especially in the late 2010s, and maybe especially before the COVID lockdown, the fighting game world, they have tournaments. They have tournaments with lots of people. You travel to these tournaments. They have a tour. There's a tour. Yeah, VMDI Aka. Yes, I did rest. I did. Thank you. Yeah, I got some very good sleep the next night. I slept a little bit. I had a nap after the stream, a little bit after the stream, and then I did sleep. I had probably the best sleep that I've had in a long time. And so, these fighting game players, they travel around the world, and they play in these tournaments. They make some money. They get tour points, and they continue. It's a constant, like every weekend almost, or every other weekend, they're traveling, they're playing events. And I'm wondering why we don't have that in shogi, or in any like, even like the chess world is sort of like that. I guess the chess world is like that. Or maybe because the chess world is so large that there are enough events without that. Like there are tournaments obviously all over the world in chess every weekend and every week. But like shogi, it seems like it would be cool to have this world tour, even if just amateurs. Like, is the idea that we wouldn't be able to financially support tournaments? Like, I'm curious, like, why isn't money a bigger deal in like shogi events? Or maybe that's part of Japan. I know Japan had laws based on gambling, and Street Fighter used to be hit by that. But I think now there are a lot of Japanese Street Fighter professionals. But it also makes me think, also the fighting game community has this culture of money matches where if someone, wants to show that they're better than someone else, they play, first to 10 or first to 20 or whatever, and the winner gets $20 or $50 or $1,000. Something like that. I know that some of these fighting game players have had some pretty high stakes games. And I'm wondering why that doesn't exist in the shogi world. Or really even in the chess world, it seems like so much. Yeah, I don't know. But I was thinking that, boy, it would be really cool every month to fly out to a different shogi tournament and compete and see the same people and level up my play and maybe sometimes win some money. Not that I'm gonna win any money, at my skill level, but like that kind of thing. It seems cool. Maybe it would be rough and it would be a grind. I don't know, but it seems like that would be something that other games besides fighting games could do. You'll have play with two of your Padawans on Saturday, one from France, another from Ukraine. Oh, cool. Very cool. You all right, Atari? You feeling a little better now? You feeling a little better? My arm is shaking here trying to hold this up. Yeah, are you feeling a little better? What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Looking out the window? Are there any bunnies out there? All right, Atari. Okay, you gonna rest? You gonna rest? Or what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, you're gonna scratch again. Yeah, scratch that post. Scratch that post. All right. All right. Okay. We got it. We got a good Atari show. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about how to get the is that a fruit tree outside? Yes, that is an orange tree. That is orange. Those are oranges out there. The rats get them a lot of the times, but yeah, those are oranges. Yeah, this area in Northern California, this was built on orchards. This all used to just be, fruit trees. I was thinking about having an extra camera just for that. So the problem is she's not there so often, so it would be empty a lot of the times. And I have an extra. I do have an extra camera. Oh no, I don't. No, I don't anymore. Maybe I returned it. I probably returned it. But I was wondering, would old phones, would old phones would be a decent camera, to have just aiming at that thing. It'd be nice, but she's just there so rarely. Curious people sometimes come to the table, watch, and just ask questions about Shogi. Yeah, at our club on Sundays, we get a lot of questions. We definitely do. I think every week, without fail, we do have at least one person come up and ask, "What game is that?" And often the second question is that mahjong? But regardless, we do have people come out and ask, and we get a chance to talk up Shogi a bit. And yeah, but I do think a lot of times, the thing that really gets people interested is seeing us engaged and playing the game. We're into it. We're really into it. Ooh, I'm one loss away from 800. Let's try to keep that off for as long as we can. Yeah, there are pomegranate trees out here. There's some people pomegranates, fig trees, lemon trees. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. The climate is just it's perfect for this stuff. So what are we getting? Are we getting an opposing rook? Looks like it. Looks like it. Yeah. Okay.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I don't know about this. Yeah, so this is just solid. They're not even looking at what I'm doing. They're not even looking. They're making their castle.
6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Yeah, I think they're still not looking at what I'm doing. Maybe there's no need to. Maybe there's no need to look at what I'm doing. Yeah.
4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 6、7、8、9、1、2、3、1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
That's not right.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I don't like this now. Yeah, I don't like this.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Huh. Interesting position. Okay, so let's
3、4、5、6。
let's come back.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Yeah, this is getting rough. It's getting rough. It's getting rough.
1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I'm not sure which side. Not sure which side.
1、2、3、4、5、6。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Let's see.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
It's fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
2、
Fair
3、
enough.
4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Hey, Koshiro.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3
All right. I think he could have just come up.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 1 2 3 4 5 6
Boy.
7 8
Yeah. It's good. I don't see a better way to deal with that.
1 2
It's got Tatakis. Yeah.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Eh.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
Smoglet, the raid, thank you. Hello, hello.
1
Great to see you.
3
Thank you for that raid. Wow, that's a lot of people. Clausius, hello.
1
That is a lot of people.
3 4 5 6 7 8 9
And you're coming in as I'm getting beat here.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
That's a nice move.
8 9
Yeah,
両取りの
it's
計
a nice move. It's a very nice move. It's basically mate, I think. It is mate. It is mate. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4
Is there any way I can do anything here?
7 8 9
No. No, there's not. No, there's not. Just it's mate. It's mate here. Mate in one. Good game. Good game.
1
Okay.
2
Is there any way I can do something now?
5 6 7 8 9
I'm not sure if he's styling.
時間切れ
It is intense. It really is. Good
Loss.
game to my opponent.
Current streak is 1 loss.
Let's look at Kotaro's post-game analysis suggestions. Pawn drop 3-6 instead of pawn drop 3-5. Good game to my opponent. Pawn drop 3-6 instead of pawn drop 3-5. Wait, pawn... When did I drop pawn 3? Oh, I'm guessing you mean trying to do the thing in here. 7-4. Wait, so 7-4 instead of 7-5? Okay. So where did I drop 7-4? Ah, it covers the head of the knight and allows my silver to climb. Oh, I like that. That's a move I don't have in my toolbox. I don't have non-Tataki pawn drop moves. So that's a good one to keep in mind. At the early stage of the game when my king was at 6-8, the opponent, or at 3-2, the opponent could, or no, that when the opponent no, that's 4-2. So when I'm at 4-2, they could have pushed 8-6. I'll look at that. I'll look at that after. So, and then Atari is about to go again. We got more Atari. We got more Atari. What are you doing, Atari? You gonna climb up there? What are you doing? My arm is shaking. I'm trying to hold this up. You're just gonna stare at it? Oh, hi. You hear me? Okay. Anyway, all right, Atari. If you're not gonna do a song and dance, you're just gonna smell the ground. All right. just smelling the ground. And then pawn to 4 instead of bishop takes 7-6. Oh. Okay, wait. So that's a new tech we should use in this shape. So let me go back to that one. Let me go back to that one since we're still on that discussion. And I feel like that's something. That's a new tech. So and then silver 6-4. Silver 6-4. You have rook 8-4, pawn 9-4. All the stats are aligned for this move. All the stars, I assume. So this is silver 7-5 is unstoppable. Yeah. Okay. I love it. I love this. This is definitely new tech to me because I don't usually jump this knight. I'm trying to start jumping this knight more often in these slow games. I'm trying so many different things to deal with this opposing rook battle. So your next PGA was pawn 2-4 instead of bishop takes, instead of dragon takes, instead of horse takes 7-6. Instead of horse takes, yeah, instead of this. Oh yeah. Oh totally. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, that's yes. I totally took my eye off this side of the board at this point. I totally took my eye off this side of the board. I think during this move, I was still thinking about whether or not I should have dropped that bishop, there or somewhere else. I was still thinking about that. I hadn't let that move go. Okay. So now let's see when I move to king 4-8. King 4-8 was early. Wait, so where's the loss here? What's the... What's the problem here, Benjamin Schuett? I don't know, like if I drop here. I could try rook takes bishop. He can't because my silver is still guarding here. So I guess he would do this. Just pawn drop. But I'm going to have to babysit this pawn though for a while, right? Yeah. Interesting position. White is Gote? Good. This player was good. What was their two? Okay, this is a 2 down 10-minute player. This player felt good. This player definitely felt good. All right. Thank you. I'm going to take a quick little break here. I'm out of tea and my hand is getting cold. So I'll be right back. I think Atari's starting to feel a little better. She's eating her food and running around. You say also against 3-3 bishop and 4-3 silver. Shape is best not to push the rook pawn twice. Well, the problem with that is that what I don't like about that is, and this has happened a few times before. So what I don't like about that is this. This is the move I don't like here. So that's why I pushed that pawn. Maybe I should be fine with this, but I don't like knowing that he's got this coming, and now, we're going to do this. Oh, sorry. What I was saying, so sorry. So what I was saying is that what I've gotten a few times before, if I don't push this pawn here, what my opponent, I've had this happen maybe a couple times. They do this, and then and prior to doing the opposing rook, and I don't like this position. I maybe I should like it, maybe I shouldn't, but it feels difficult and sort of foreign to me to deal with this. And in a lot of these positions, it seems like they get their bishop out, and then their knight comes up, and then they force the exchange of the rooks. And this to me feels a little more complicated. So that's why I push the pawn twice when I know I usually push the pawn twice anyway, but that's why I push in this situation, because it seems clear to me that he's going to go opposing rook. I'm not saying that there's any of this. What I'm saying is right. It's just that's my thinking behind why I push that twice. Then the knight would come to play and it would be nice. Bishop 3-1 and silver 4-4 can prevent his pawn 8-6 if he plays on autopilot. Oh, I see. So if I just instead of the knight move here or the king move, I come back and just aim up here. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and I can probably do my regular stuff. Oh, it's silver 4-4. In this case, you're saying silver 4-4. If he starts playing on, yeah. Like if by autopilot, yeah. So I'll do that. So this is almost like me. My approach versus opposing rook is really sort of scattershot right now, because I'm trying so many different things, and I think I'm sometimes playing at cross purposes. Like, I'm often now not pulling the bishop back. Torizashi, it's not technically Torizashi against opposing, like opposing rook means it's not Torizashi, but like the Urashino Ryu style attack, I've like over the board at my weekly games, I'm holding this guy back. I'm holding this back to try to prevent the opposing rook, or at least force it to be declared early. And then I'm debating with going here. I'm debating with trying to put pressure on this diagonal. So I'm trying all sorts of weird things. There's an interesting way to play in Osei Komi game. Against opposing like this. So if I don't push this pawn, like I've been in I've Sinich'd a few times by us moving rooks back and forth. Interesting. Interesting. Because the bishop is eyeing 8-6 where there's a pawn. Yeah, you know, I get all sorts of, I do get all sorts of interesting counterplay when my bishop is here and there's a pawn, and or I get, or there's a, or the pawn starts pushing here and then I get a pawn drop. There's, you know, it's really interesting. Okay, the main shape is silver 4-4, pawn 5-5. So assuming in that, let's, I don't know if it's this. Silver 4-4, pawn 5-5. Oh, silver 5-4. Knight 7-3. Bishop 6-4. Oh. So this is interesting. This, I have definitely been I've been getting in trouble a bit. You know, I have been trying this more and more often against my regular Sunday opponent, where I've got these you know, obviously my king is over here and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, this shape has gotten me into a bunch of trouble, or I've gotten myself into a bunch of trouble using this shape, where eventually their rook swings back over, and, you know, these pawns start advancing, and, you know, it's a battle to sort of keep these things alive. But yeah, I would love to see. This approach is very much the engine approach, and that's why I started playing it. This shape, you know, ignoring their side. This is very much an engine shape from my opening research. And so I've been trying to make this work, you know, when my king's over here, you know, stuff like this. Like this. Yeah, like I have definitely been trying to make this work. Oh, interesting. This is what Murata recommends against opposing. Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. You know, if you know, obviously the engine is going to know sort of what to do too. And yeah, this is. I have been trying to make this work. Like I said, because I've put so much research into trying to deal with this, that, you know, I'm looking at all these ideas that the engine is giving, and this comes out to be, you know, one of those prime shapes that I get that it ends up in. But like I said, you know, I end up misplaying somewhere here, and, you know, these silvers often become targets. And this is very familiar. Like, I think this also, like you say, like this is definitely what I rarely make this move because I still don't understand it. So that's the thing that I think, you know, with my like engine lines, you know, sometimes I still won't quite do it until I have a better sense of what it's going for. Like this, like I still don't quite this. When we play here, even though I have, you know, this defense of this pawn, it seems like the bishop doesn't do much for me here. And yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Go no suke B3Z. Hello. Nice to see you. If you know handicap, this kind of shape is very like pressure for the handicap taker. It's all about space. Yeah, and that's the thing, is it like taking space is how I sort of justify a lot of this. But, you know, that space against strong players, and like the player that I play every week, that space just sort of vanishes sometimes. Like he starts pushing pawns. He starts pushing pawns up the board, and all of a sudden I'm on my back foot, and the rook comes swinging over, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, now I'm defending this silver, and the silver can't move anywhere, and I'm trying to make space for it, and you know, it's really complicated stuff. At the end of the game, you would like to have more space in the end game to limit enemy escape and widen my escape room. Oh, that's an interesting way to think about space. I like that. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Let's oops. Okay, so where am I going here? What do I have? 500 points. Okay, so I still don't have enough to get the ticket, the avatar yet. So let me restart Shogi Wars for my layout. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Stretch. Yeah, the player population's low at this time of day, you know, especially 10-second, which is the least popular game.
あなたが後手です。
5 Dan. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. 5 Dan. 5 Dan who is 7 winning. What is even happening? What is even happening?
1、
A 7 winning 5 Dan.
1、1、2、
I don't even know what to do.
5、6、
I don't even know what to do. I'm
1、2、3、4、
so
5、6、7、8、9。
all right, let's do this.
1、
Okay.
2、3、4、1、1、2、1、2、1、
Should I push this pawn is my question here.
1、
Should I push this pawn?
3、1、
So here we go. Here we go with these pawn pushes.
1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1、2、3、
Yeah.
4、1、2、3、4、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、
Okay, so his castle is there anything I can do to force something here?
6、7、8、9。
Should I'm thinking I should have pushed this pawn. If I had more time, I think I would push this pawn while their castle is
3、
in an intermediate state.
5、6、7、8、9。
So now I don't know what to do now. Now I don't know what to do.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Maybe I should get this rook up.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
So here's the part of the game where I usually crumble. Because now the pawn stuff is going to start working.
4、5、6、7、8、9。
Now the pawn shenanigans all begin.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5、
Silver?
6、7、8。
Silver drop. What's he gonna do? Get his rook over?
1、2、3、
So he's guarding this square.
5、6、7、8、9。1、2、3、4、5。1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Boy. Bishop? Bishop?
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Can't open that fork.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Let's see.
1、2、3、4、5。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、
Wow.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Ah! Not good. Not good. Not good.
1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6。 1、2、3、4、5、6、
Ah!
7、8、9。
Ah! Too slow. Too slow.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
He's got me now. Now it's just mate, right?
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I think I had this. I think I had this game. Wow. Wakemashita. Oh, boy. I lost 0.1 to Taki and... Oh, I had a pawn! I could... wait. No, don't... Oh, I had a pawn! I had a pawn! Oh! No! No! Oh my goodness! Oh, oh no! Oh. So I'm going to say I'm just going to throw this out there. That the strategy that you all are talking about, it worked pretty well. that strategy worked pretty well. Boy. Oh man.
Loss. Current streak is 2 losses.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a blast. That was so fun. That was so fun. Got to play strongly with silver 5-5 instead of pawn 5-5. Drop 5-5 in the middle game. Oh. Well, let's see. Where is that? Wait. Drop. Wait, did I drop? Wait. Did I miss this? Wait, what part? Oh, here. Is this? Oh, well then I could just, oh boy. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, that's part of the beauty of this bishop here. Oh, boy. Mmm. All right. Oh my gosh. I feel and you know watch over the weekend. I just I make a fool of myself, but like I feel like I have leveled up my opposing rook game here. My anti-opposing rook. And rook up instead of down. Okay, so let's go back there. So rook up instead of down. Okay, to make pawn 7-5 available. Okay. In previous games, I've had this rook get bullied by the bishop, but yeah, it's clear in this case that the bishop is not going to be able to do that anytime soon. Oh, what a game. What a game. I still can't believe that they put me together with a 5 dan. If he pawn 4/5s, take with the silver. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Boy, people, at some point, people are going to fear playing against me. They're going to fear playing opposing rook against me. It will no longer be me fearing opposing rook. They will fear me. Man. You know what this is making me think? This is making me think that I wish there was some way to do climbing the rating ladder for someone, again, for someone of your level. Like, you know, Shogi Wars ranks you up too quickly at the beginning. You know, so like, if you play Shogi Wars, you're not going to be battling 1 Qs, 2 Qs, 3 Qs, you know, for long at all. You probably won't be battling a 3Q ever. You know, you'll play your first game and then you'll get pushed up into the Dan level and you'll be playing strong people almost immediately. I would love to see, like, this is the kind of content I would love to see from strong players. I mean, obviously I'm playing someone good here, but yeah, the Shogi Club, and that's why Shogi Club 24 is going out of business. Just imagine that Shogi Club 24 would have let you do that climbing the rating ladder. They'd probably still be in business today, making lots of money. Yeah, Benjamin Schuett. I'm feeling smug. I'm feeling Oh my gosh. I think if I would have won this game, if I would have dropped that Tataki, if I would have won this game, I think I probably would have closed the stream and I would have been on cloud, like, I wouldn't have been on cloud 9. I would have been on cloud 900. You've never touched 24 since that happened. Wow. That is, you know, as much as I love Shogi Club 24, that is the one big disappointment that I have with it. And I'm so disappointed now that I didn't mention that on the podcast. I should have. I really should have. It's yeah. But like to me, the climbing the rating ladder kind of thing is such great educational material. I still, like I've said a million times, like, I don't play chess anymore, but I still watch the Naroditsky and John Bartholomew climbing the rating ladder or speed run type series. They're not really speed runs. I prefer to call them climbing the rating ladder, where you play a few people at the level. And it was just great. You know, one thing John Bartholomew did, which I think probably could have worked on Shogi Club 24, is, you know, when he did his climbing the rating ladder from the beginning, this is years ago, he used his 2400, you know, or 2500 rated account. So he used to play rated games, and once or twice he did get cheated. But yeah, you know, he just went and he picked lower players, and like, that material is so good. But like, if I could see Koshiro, or, you know, someone extremely strong being like, okay, you know, today we play Shodans, or today we play 1Qs, and like, I see how you beat opposing rook players, or how you beat whatever. You know, it would be very, very educational, I think, especially if it's the same openings that I play. But even if not, I think it's just incredible. So yeah, it's a major disappointment that we don't have any of that in the shogi world. I haven't seen any Japanese streamers or YouTubers doing that either. Obviously, I don't understand what the Japanese players are saying, but as far as I can tell, most of the Japanese YouTubers play games on play a bunch of games on Shogi Wars, which is great. But yeah. All right. Let's try another game. I feel like it's only going to go down from here. Like, I don't think I can play much better than that. All right. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
1嬉野流
6 winning. Another 6 winning player.
1 1
Oh.
1
Silly. This is not my move.
1 2
Yeah, so I'm already out of order. I'm out of move order.
1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
I don't know if this works.
1 2 3 4 5 6
I don't think it does.
8
I don't think this works.
1 2 1 2 3 4 5 強くなったね。
Arigatou gozaimashita. All right, hashtag just resign. Okay, Koshiro Trap gets it. So, as anyone who has seen this stream over the past 2 years can attest, I'm just a twitching muscle trying to repeat what Koshiro has taught. I'm just like this arm is not actually connected to my brain. This arm, my mouse arm, it's not actually even connected to my brain. It's just like a twitching muscle that has these remnants of what Koshiro has taught, just like coursing through it. And stuff happens, and I don't understand any of it. And then sometimes the opponent hashtag just resigns, and it works. That reminds me. I think we have all these Atari Twitch sub avatars. I think we need a hashtag just resign. Spinal Tap, yeah, the old muscle twitch. That's all it is. Like I'm just a twitching muscle that has no brain. It's just regurgitating
Win.
what I think
streak is
Koshiro
one
has
win.
taught me. I don't think that was good for me though, right? Yeah, it's the hand that learns. It's the muscle memory. It's all muscle memory. It's not brain for me. Yeah, so this started off with me doing things out of order. So So what about this? What about this? Oh no! Oh, because my silver is now okay. This has happened before in a game before. Okay, so I wasn't visualizing properly that like once he takes, I'm taking. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. That seems good. All right. So we're at 48%. 48%. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's try another. What is the record today? 4 and 4. Read on. Yikes.
対局開始。
よろしくお願いします。
1、2、嬉しの竜。
They are really giving me some killers today.
1、2、
So the username is Yuri2004. Does that mean it's a kid?
2、3、
Actually, 2004, being born in 2004 is not a kid.
4、
Be-
5、
That's
7、8、
that's how old I am. That's how old I am. I'm so out of touch. I'm like, oh, 2004. What is that? 8 years old?
2、3、4、5、6、
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I don't like it, but I don't know what it is.
3、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I think this is going to end badly for me.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Okay, so once we exchange silvers, there's the sacrifice idea to win my
4、5、6。
Yeah, 2004 is already an adult. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I should know this because of my kids. Okay, so this is going to be rough. This is rough.
6、7。
Yeah.
1、2、3、4、
So if I come up here, the bishop comes over there.
7、8、9。
I was almost tempted to get my gold over this side.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4。
This is not good. I think this is not good. I'm
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
This is real bad. This is real bad. This is real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Oh my gosh. I'm crumbling. I just don't know what to do.
1、
Yeah.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Now I'm dead. Now it's the silver's dead. Yeah.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、
It's just
8、9。 1、2、3、1、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、 5 6 7 8
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
I don't think he has mate. At least I see my mate.
1
There's so many pieces on this board. There's so many pieces on this board.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
Ah, that's not right.
1 2
All right. Good game. Good
こん
game.
な将棋を忘れちゃいましょう
I cracked.
Lost.
I should probably stop
Current
right now.
streak is one
I should
loss.
probably stop right now. I like there's the twitching muscle that time. Kosho didn't teach me what to do in that situation. Hey, Mithrandir, 9-2 instead. Where's oh. Like, was I gonna win? Was I going to win? When 9-2? So 9 must have been 9-2 here. 9-2 here. It's is this not enough? Is this enough? It's still gonna work though, right? Man, that was awesome. My 3-down opponent had no hesitation. No hesitation. So was this possibly correct? This can't be right, right? If I take here, am I good? I'm gonna eval this. I'm gonna use a ticket to eval this.
任せろ。
5八銀後手小生です。
Who's winning? I can't tell. The small avatar. Oh, that's them. So they're still winning. Oh, these pawns. Yeah, because he had this at all times. This was always something that the opponent could do to end my attack. Until they red mate. Yeah. Oh, what a fun one. What a fun one. I was psyched out. You know, I can play the 5-dan. I could play the 3-dan. I can't play the 5-dan and the 3-dan. All right, let's try another one. What'd I just do? I did I pick the wrong button? Ooh.
あなたが後手です。
よろしくお願いします。
対局開始。1嬉野流。1 1 1 1 1取り差し
取り差し。
1 1
Okay.
2 1 1 1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、1、1、2、3、4、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
He's adapting.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
That's not right.
1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4、5。1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Oops. Wrong side.
1、2、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing here.
1、1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
Maybe I should have dropped that lance here.
1、2、3。
ありがとう
この
ございました。
調子、丁寧に行きましょう。
All right. That felt good. That felt good. I know it was bad. I know Yose was bad. I know the end game was bad. But the opening and the middle game felt good. Or I guess it's past middle game once I'm sort of attacking. Wait, so I can silver 4-5? Is that in the previous game or this game? Is that, Is that silver 4-5 comment about the last game? So we don't care about rooks on this channel. I think that's what I just showed. We don't care about rooks and dragons on this channel. We don't care about them. So I'm gonna look at that previous game. Ooh, we got some points. We definitely got some points. There's a huge lag here. Okay, it's a comment from the previous game. So I'm gonna look at that previous game then. Oh man, look how much rating he lost. That's not fair. That's not fair. Maybe this is Tomita-san from Los Angeles. 1973? I think it's possible. It's possible 1973. He could be 1973. ISF winner. He's 2 down in 10 minutes, 2 down in 3 minutes. All right, 2 down in sprint. All right, I had some good games today. against some. I'm going to have to check my settings. Maybe there just aren't many people playing 10-second, but boy, I got some strong players. I never get that level of players on Fast Shogi Fridays. So I'm going to look at that previous game. I was so cracked in this one. Yeah, that's a lot of points. Minus 4.4 and plus 5.4. That is a lot of points. So where did I do silver 4-5? The silver 4-5 move is something you rarely see me making. But but it's bad though, right? This is bad. When I have the shape silver 4-6, knight 3-7 against his silver 4-4 shape. But it was bad, though, right? I feel like I was busted here. I totally lost track of the fact silver 4-5 instead of pawn 3-5. So I'm gonna study this for a second here. It feels like I'm still going to lose this silver. Do I push this pawn? Oh. 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 Well, that works. So if it's, let's say the opponent takes, I take, pushes, or do I attack the side here? I feel like this helps him. I feel like that helps him a bit. I don't think this. You know, that doesn't seem so great. Oh, wait, it's his move. I think I just push here. I think I just push. Yeah, that actually seems kind of amazing. Against third file rook, this is such a weakness. And once that's open, wow. Wow, I love that. All right, so I'm gonna look at the opening position just a second here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to burn this into my brain. Or into my arm. Into my arm. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So what does the opponent do? So what about this? So now he's defending this side. So now that's defended. I just take the pawn then. Yeah, so you have shown me this shape against central rook. You have shown me this shape against central rook, and I've been trying to do it. Actually, today it didn't work out. Today my Nakabisha opponent did not allow me to do that. But I've been definitely thinking about it. Even though, so since you told me about this, I have played it in 2 games where I took silver 4-5, or where I played silver 4-5. And I lost those games. I lost both of those games, but I don't think it was because of this. But it's also possible I did it in a slightly wrong context. But I've been trying to play that. It's just a lot of the Nakabisha players lately haven't been playing in a way that would allow me to do it. Yeah. Yeah, so here I would get that free pawn. Maybe 2 free pawns. Yeah, 2 free pawns, and I would end up with my silver in a spot that I kind of want it to be in. Yeah, that would feel pretty good. That would, yeah. So I think this is probably, really rough. Oh, the knight jump. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Boy. These are the kind of games I really like. These and maybe I just need more tech against Coward Castle. Maybe I just need more tech because I feel so hopeless against Coward Castle. I feel like it's so slow. Everything is slow. I have no moves to make, and I just don't enjoy those games. Like it's not that I don't enjoy the Coward Castle games. It's that I dislike the games. It makes me not want to play shogi. And so I think I just need some more tech. But you say that, but so often when my opponents make Coward Castle, it's too late for me to attack the center. It feels like it's too late. I'll have silvers. I'll have some silvers clogging my center, so my rook can't easily get over. I'll have maybe a gold and a silver, or I'll have 2 silvers, or I'll have my 2 silvers and my rook will be here, my pawn will be pushed twice. So it'll be a situation like this. I'll have this. I'll have they have this. Let's say their king is over here, something like this. I don't know what they'll have, but let's just say it's like they'll have this, And oops. You know, it'll be something like this. Well, no, it won't be. No, it won't be like this. You know, like he'll do this. Yeah, send some Kifus. I'll find them. I will find them. And I'll be like, yeah, obviously this is not here. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. I will do my best to find some. I think there was one or two of them during the 24-hour stream. I'll look for those. And you know, those were slow games. You know, I was playing all long time control games on the 24-hour stream. So, you know, there was thinking there. It wasn't just you know, me trying to rush out some moves. So I'll find those. I'll find some of those. But you know, it's getting to the point. I think also with that opening now, I'm also I have a very defeatist attitude towards it. You know, I'm trying not to be, but I can't help it almost. Where I see the opponent do that, and they've just got let's even say they've got I don't know. Let's say they've got just a line of stuff over here. You know, it's clear they're not pushing their pieces, and it's just like, you know, what do I do? What do I do? And yeah, and yeah. So I'll find some of these. But it's really impacting. It's impacting the fun of some of my shogi. It's impacting the fun of some of my streams. You know, when I get 2 games on stream or 3 games on stream where people start playing this, I sort of, you know, mentally, I think curl up in a ball and cry a bit because I'm just not having fun. And I feel like if I just had some more tech, like, you know, you've shown me some things. You've shown me how to attack up this diagonal with my knight and with my rook. And that has been successful for me occasionally in the past. And you've shown me, obviously, getting Nakabisha, which has helped a couple times in the past. But like the times that I have played well against it are so far outnumbered by the times where I just crumble and I run out of things to do, and I just don't have fun. And I don't know why it is. You know, it's the same game. You know, why I let this opening completely ruin my fun. Yeah, Sodebisha is what I because of you is what I sometimes try to do against it. But we end up exchanging a bishop, and then it always crumbles. It always crumbles. Like an attack comes over here, and I find a way to crumble. And you know, I'm rambling here. You know, I'm not showing Kifus. I'm just rambling. But I'm just yeah. It's, you know, you've shown me these options. You've shown me these. But I have a lot of trouble in the heat of the games implementing a lot of these ideas because they never seem to quite fit. You know, when they fit, it works. But a lot of times it seems like it just doesn't fit, and it becomes a very slow game. And it's just, you know, the opponent just shuffling pieces and me trying not to blunder pieces, but I'm trying to play actively. And the moment I play actively, I fall into the trap of their shuffling where, okay, now they can push a pawn, and now all of a sudden I'm busted. And, you know, it's a frustrating way to lose. It's a frustrating way to play for me. And I think I've just got to get better. I've got to come to terms with it. I have to come to terms with that opening, because especially if people know that I don't like it and they just do it, I'm going to have zero fun. I'm going to have zero fun until I come to terms with the opening. I'm going to have zero fun, and maybe I'll stop. You know, who knows? You know what makes people stop things. But I dislike playing against this so much that I'd rather not even play than play against this. And so I need to fix that attitude. I need to fix, I need to fix that. I need to fix that. Well, that's the thing is, you say when you're just shuffling, the framework should be, thank you so much for giving me time to make my ideal position. And that's the thing is, I feel like I'm at the ideal position, and I just don't know what else to do. It just seems like we're stuck in the middle, and all we can do is try to shuffle pieces back and forth and maybe get a Senichite. But in the end, I'm trying to. In the end, I am a worse shuffler than a shuffler is at shuffling. So I find a way to open my position, and then the shuffler all of a sudden is on the attack, and I'm busted. Yeah, you say I think you say we can always improve our position. Maybe you can. Maybe you can, because you understand that you understand the board. I still don't have a good understanding of the board. And so I see my castle, and I see my silvers out, I see my knights are up, I see my rook is out, my bishop is free, and then I don't see anything else to do. Because it's anything else I do is going to overextend a pawn. If I push my pawn anymore, it's going to be overextended. If I move my bishop, all I'll be able to do, get the solid pawn at 3-4, pushing the fourth file pawn. The fourth file pawn. After your silver's at 3-5. Pushing the fourth file pawn. Huh. Pushing the fourth file pawn is unknown tech to me. Yeah, so maybe that is the idea. And it is one of the things. So, interestingly, you say that. Because when I'm watching games or when I'm playing against another player, if I see someone push the fourth file pawn, in my mind, if I'm not saying it out loud, in my mind I'm thinking it, oh boy, this is a good player. Yet I've never made the jump to actually doing it myself. It's pawn. The fourth file pawn moves seem to be something that the good people do, and but I don't understand it, so I don't do it. By the way, Fordun said Migi Shikenbisha is a nice tech. False. 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 Pushing fourth file pawn to activate the knight and attack the 4-3 square, which is weaker than the 2-3 square. Yeah, that 4-3 square is often so weak. It is against me. If I'm Gote, and in my king, when the opponent is throwing that pawn up here, it's oh boy, this is going to be a rough one, because it opens up so many forks, and it causes me, with my limited structure sometimes here to, I've got a pawn up here, and then this is open, and even if I get a gold up here, they're kind of in weird shape. Yeah. So I'll have to think about that as well. I'll have to really think about that. Just trying, and if not, I think the thing is, I think I have to be open with, if I experiment with fourth, if I experiment with pushing the fourth file pawn in some of those situations and I lose, well, maybe I learned something, and I was probably going to lose anyway. What's the option? Just to be upset at that the opponent made a particular castle that I don't like and lose the game, or is it to try my best to new things and maybe it fails and I learn something? I'm just going to lose regardless. So make the silver at 2-2 useless. Make the silver at 2-2 useless. Okay, so and you're making it useless by attacking this fourth file, by attacking, in the center sometimes when I'm able to get the Nakabisha. So you're attacking in an area where that silver is doing nothing. And in fact, I think in a lot of those cases, the silver is doing negative work. It's doing negative work because the king can't run over there now. Now the king is stuck. His shape is bad. Wall shape, yeah. Yeah, so intuitively, I think I understand that. It's just I struggle to get that over. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, Shogi is a game of back and forth. And I think the good Coward Castle players also seem to have a good sense of when the attack is coming here or elsewhere. They seem to have a good sense of, all right, now I'm going to get my bishop out, or what? Yeah, I'll get my bishop out, and now I'll go back into Yagura. And then if I start trying to attack that, they come back, and it's tough. Yeah, I feel bad because I try to hammer the 2-3 and the 2-4 square. Yeah, because I don't, because that's so much of what I've got. I'm hammering the 2-3 square, the 2-4 square. To a certain extent, I'm trying to hammer the 3-3 square as well. Like in a lot of these games, I'll have a pawn. In a lot of these games, I'll have the pawn here, and something like this. So I'm always looking at this. But like I'm so often unable to actually make something happen here. This comes out, I don't know, and I get my knight nullified a bit, and yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's just a very tough position for me, especially which is weird because I think about this position so much, and a lot of players have been playing this. Like this is one of the things that I have noticed that as I've risen through the ranks, if you will, on Shogi Wars, is that as I rise through the ranks, this became a thing. Like these types of players did not exist at 2Q and 3Q, and to a lesser extent, I'd say 1Q. These types of players just didn't exist. The sort of the defensive specialist players, or the resilient players. This is the first anti-bogeying they learn. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So what do bogeying players do then? Do bogeying players do the same thing you're advising here, where they start attacking on the third file and the fourth file, and if they can, make a Nakabisha? Okay. So like a pro, let's say a pro decided to play bogeying, or decided to play Urshin or Ryu, and the opponent went into this. A pro would not have a problem with going Nakabisha, like switching that rook over. Okay, you say for sure. Interesting. All right. Well, we're gonna solve this. It's a solvable. I have to believe it's a solvable problem. It's one of those. The opponent has virtually one less piece. Yeah. Gosh, I love thinking about it that way. Yeah. Hey, Snowpiercer R, nice to see you. Isn't this good for Urshino since your opponent hasn't started their attack at all? Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is that in the end, in talking with Koshiro about this in the past, and looking at this stuff with the engine and studying it with other people, it's like this is good for Urshin or Ryu, which makes it even more sort of weird or concerning that it bothers me so much, that it literally makes me dislike the game. So I've got to. It's just it is the thing that I have to. I think right now this is the thing that I have to overcome more than anything in my games, is the difficulty against the struggle that I have against this, because it's a struggle. it's a struggle to win for me against this, but more importantly, it's a struggle for me to have fun against this. And I think, that I think is the most important aspect of it. In all the other games, that the openings that I struggle with against, like say opposing rook, especially when I'm playing over the board, I'm loving the games. I'm struggling. I'm thinking about them. I'm making ideas. I'm falling into traps. I'm win or lose. In the end, I'm enjoying the game. And my results my results haven't caught up yet to my results against other openings, or maybe it's just a tricky one for me, et cetera, et cetera. But the thing that's special about this is that I just don't enjoy it, and it feels. I think I also attribute this negative mindset to players who would play like this, which is just stupid. Which is just a stupid thing to do. Like, if someone wants to play defensively, why am I hating on them? Why am I hating on like this? If they have fun playing like this, why would I hate on them? Like, so none of this computes. It just doesn't. It doesn't logically work out, and I think that makes it a difficult thing. What is the best way to deal with Karens? Just ignore them. Yeah. So, Snowpiercer, you say that even if they have that defensive silver, at least you get to. Well, that's the thing. You get to attack and be aggressive, and that's what I struggle to do. That's where I am not. All my attacks peter out, and I'm not aggressive, and I end up just trying to shuffle to try to get a Sinichite, or just try not to make a blunder. Like, I'm just trying not to make a blunder, and so. Edge attack is something I've also done in these positions. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like typical edge attacks at my level. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. You like Hanafuda Koi Koi? What is Hanafuda Koi Koi? VMD Ayaka. Hanafuda is the those cards, right? Or is it Gakoi, or is this Hanafuda? Okay, yeah. So I know I have never played that game. I know of the game because Nintendo started as a company by making Hanafuda cards, right? And there's a Nintendo Switch game that's called, like, what is it? The 50 games, something like that. 50 club games. And I think Hanafuda is in there. And I might have gone through the instructions once. I should try that again. I should try it again. Because I like I think card games are fun. And it's, there's certainly card games are a nice little switch, a change of pace from Shogi, which is just so mentally sometimes exhausting and so difficult. And, stressful, air quotes, stressful. But anyway, today's games were a blast. Oh my gosh, these games were so fun. I think this is all the games that I'm going to play today. I've got a little something to do this afternoon, but also I'm still resting up from the 24-hour stream. I'm still resting up a bit. False. Snowpiercer R. I don't know if anyone heard. I had a little voice crack there saying false. But false. It's not Urashino Ryu that's stressful. Urashino Ryu is joyful. It's everyone else trying to steal our joy. They're the stealers of joy. This is someone who plays this castle, affectionately known as the Coward Castle. They are stealers of joy. They are trying to make the game not fun. They're trying. They're trying. They're trying to emotionally beat me at the board, and they're succeeding. And that's the thing. That's what makes it worse. Is that they're trying and they're succeeding. Nobody plays this over the board. I have never played a Coward Castle over the board, which is kind of interesting. I know that the Northern California Bay Area is very heavily opposed free Bisha. So it stands to reason that I wouldn't see this very often. But I think even in tournaments, even in tournament settings, I haven't played against this or seen it even, I think, at these events, which is kind of interesting. Or maybe I just forgot. Maybe I'm just not registering it. But yeah. I think maybe if I played this, maybe if someone, I had a face, like a human face to put on this opening, it would make it more enjoyable, like a journey to overcoming it, rather than just being some faceless onliner who I can attribute all these negative characteristics to. It's just like, it's so it gets into my, it's basically like, I don't know what people would say. Is it like what would people use as a thing? It's like a Voldemort. It's like Voldemort back there. It's just this essence of evil. Every time I see an online player doing this, yeah, this is the real backyard. Oh, so you've got snow? I heard. So I have a former coworker, a former colleague and friend who is living in Brooklyn now. He had moved out of the Bay Area a few years back, and he's in Brooklyn now. And he had sent a message about how it sounds like it's going to be like potentially long story short, there's this massive cold front coming to New York, and it sounds like it's going to be real rough. No, that's where. So Snowpiercer, you say the weather is that good. I'm still cold. I'm wearing a hoodie in my house. The weather is sunny and nice, but inside these poorly insulated old homes, it's freezing. So I'm cold. You're in Brooklyn as well. Okay. Oh, LA is the same? But warm. Yeah, like sometimes this time of year, it's kind of funny, is that sometimes when I want to get warm, I leave the house and go for a walk. And I'm not even joking. I've talked about this before, but this house, and I think it's a lot of it is the insulation, it's the construction of the house, it's a combination of the tree cover and all this other stuff, but like in the summer, there is a point in the spring, the spring or summer, like once it gets past a certain temperature outside, let's say the average temperature goes to 65, something like that, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, then it becomes stiflingly hot in this house. It becomes so hot. I'll just be sitting on the couch sweating. But then in the fall, once we sort of dip below that average temperature outside, so let's say the average temperature is like 60, it becomes freezing in here. Am I coming to New York City for the Shogi Championship? It depends. I was going to, a few weeks ago, it was like a definite or near definite. But now it depends on when that Pan American tournament is in Brazil, because I really want to go to that. If I had my druthers, the Pan American tournament that's being held in Brazil is is the number one tournament I would want to go to. So, if that happens, and it's an expensive trip, I think it would be very hard to justify 2 expensive shogi vacations. So, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, you want to go too? Awesome. Awesome. I would say that we'd have good Urashino Ryu presence then, but no, you're a deserter. You're an Urashino Ryu hater. You're a self-loathing former Urashino Ryu player. So 27 degrees in Minnesota is good this time of year, right? And also keep in mind, I do miss the snow. I was born in the Midwest. I'm born and raised in the Midwest and lived in the Midwest for most of my life. So, I'm born in Cleveland. You went to college and stayed for most of my adult life in Chicago. So, I love the snow. I love the seasons, and I really miss having seasons out here. As beautiful as it is here, it is incredibly beautiful out here. Like the weather, the sunny weather, or the sunny sky, sunny clear skies, beautiful trees all over. You look out that way and you see like stunningly gorgeous mountains, but we don't have snow. We don't have the first year I was out here, it was the spring. It was March or April. And I was walking to Infinite Loop. This is when I was at Apple. So I'm walking to this place, and I'm like, oh wow, it's fall, and it's almost Thanksgiving. In my mind, I thought that thought. It's like, no, it's not fall. It's the spring. It just like everything kind of feels very similar once you're, especially before you're really used to it. Like nowadays, I think I can tell the difference with the way the sun glares between spring and fall. So I think you could plot me into a spring day and a fall day, and I'd probably be able to feel the difference, probably because of the sun. But back in the day, I didn't have that sophisticated distinction. Ayaka, you grew up in Sapporo. Hokkaido. So winter and many snows, very cold. LA is nice. Do you live or have you lived in Los Angeles? Los Angeles has a lot of Japanese expats. So does the Northern California area, but I think Los Angeles has more. Yeah, I imagine that the dogs would love the snow. I know Percy, our dog loved the snow. Mithrender, you're a happy former Mino player. I am also a former Mino player. Oh, you live in Los Angeles since 2016. Oh, wow. Wait, do you play in the Los Angeles Shogi Club? I wonder if we've met. Have we met? Have we met in person? I met a lot of people at the the past 2 years of U.S. Shogi Championships from Los Angeles. Oh, wow. You're never playing Shogi here. Oh, wow. That's a shame. Wow. Where's the where does Snow Country take place? The Kawabata book, Snow Country. Where does that take place? Let me search. Where does Snow Country take place? A hot spring town in the mountainous region of Western Japan. Okay, it's often identified as Yuzawa in the Niigata prefecture. Okay. I love that book. You need more learning for Shogi? Yeah, so Yeah, Snowpiercer R. I went on a Kawabata spree last year. Basically, so when I was a Go player 18 years ago or whenever it was, I had read Master of Go. It's a classic Go novel, and it's a great book just on its own. But recently, I really wanted to revisit it, because we don't have any really shogi novels or anything like that. So I read chess novels that exist, and I thought let me read Master of Go again. But my daughter and I, we like these recycled books, like half price book, reused bookstores. So we really like that. So I thought, I'm going to find it. I'm not going to just buy it from the store. I'm going to, from Amazon. I'm going to find it at a used bookstore. And so in some way make it more special. So, we'd go every time, and I'd always look, and each store that we'd go to, they wouldn't have Master of Go, but they would have some other Kawabata book. And so I would get that. And so I now have 4 or 5 of these Kawabata novels, and I have loved every single one. And eventually, so at one of these sort of independent bookshops, where I got, I think it's called 10,000 Cranes or 1,000 Cranes. I can't remember the exact name of the book. But where I got that, I asked them about Master of Go, and she said, well, she can order it. So I didn't get it from Amazon. I did order a new copy from that place, and I've since read it again. Any standout suggestions? I think it's one of those. I think it depends based on your preferences. But I love Snow Country. I love Snow Country. Master of Go. Master of Go is I think is required reading. Master of Go, I would say, is required reading. Snow Country is just beautiful, and it's interesting, and it's very much of a culture that I am not familiar with, and so it's fascinating in that way. And the translations for these books, I believe almost all of them, if not all of them, were done by, I believe he's German, this Steven Seidensteicher, if I'm remembering correctly. Obviously I'm not reading, so these books, you hear that Kawabata uses this beautiful language, but obviously I'm not reading it in Japanese. But these translations from Seidensteicher, the language he uses is just beautiful, and so evocative of the imagery that is and the places that's trying to be represented. I think they're all beautiful, but Snow Country is incredibly beautiful in that regard. Is it 10,000 Cranes? Let me see, 10,000 Cranes, 1,000 Cranes. 1,000 Cranes, I might be my favorite of his, but it's I don't know if it's a type of novel that's just for someone like me in my situation and my age and sort of my outlook. I don't know, but I found it incredibly engaging. I loved it. I've read it twice, even though I don't remember the title of the book. I've read it twice so far in the past year, and I probably will read it again. Now that I'm saying this, I would like to read it again. But I already have two books on my side table. But yeah, I love 1,000 Cranes. 1,000 Cranes, Snow Country, and Master of Go are definites. Edward G. Seidensteicher is I see that he's the. Oh, he's an American. He's an American scholar. I just saw his name and just assumed, and it wasn't Steven Seidensteicher, it's Edward Seidensteicher. So there's that. Let me see. What other Sound of the Mountain. I think Sound of the Mountain is one of the others that I have. That's a beautiful one as well. I think a beautiful translation. Let me see if that is Seidensteicher. These are. It's really hard for me. Have I read? No, I have not read Natsume Soseki. What is? Let me see. What is that? Natsume Soseki. Oh, this is a novelist and poet. Considered one of the greatest writers in modern Japanese history. I Am a Cat. Kokoro. Light and Dark. Oh, so he's pre-war. Interesting. So he's pre-war. Pre-World War II. He died in 1916. Oh, wow. Oh, I'll definitely have to read this. Thank you. I'll get that. So I'll make a note of that. So I have this list. That I maintain in well, it doesn't matter where I'm in. It's on my phone. Where it's a list of books that, like, if I see them at the used bookstore, I'll get them. I'll get it. So it's a way that, like, whenever we go to the bookstore, and we're going to be going to the bookstore, I assume, at least a few times when my daughter comes back from grad school for the holidays. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I've got this list, and like some of these: Battle Royale by Takami, Dog Stories by James Herriot. If anyone has read James Herriot, I'm a huge fan of James Herriot. This book called Domino Diaries by Butler. It's I don't know if it's good, but I like dominoes, and it's like one of those games that I would like to. I'd like to read a novel about. A Confederacy. Has anyone read A Confederacy of Dunces? Famous book. Then First Q, A Fable. There's a bunch. So I'm not going to go through this list, but I have a bunch on here, and I'm going to put this. So Three-Cornered World. Three-Cornered World. So this will be very interesting. Soseki. Soseki, yes. So what's this would be a nice difference, because like I think a lot of the themes of Kawabata are the change. It's like the change in the differences between the generations and the changes as sort of the perceived not fall, but the loss due to the war, the changes and diminishing of Japan after World War II. Are we sharing reading lists? We're not, but we can. So we were talking about, I don't know how we got onto this topic of, we got on the topic of his Master of Go, of Kawabata. If you've ever read anything by Kawabata, and everything I've read of his, I love. And obviously I'm reading translated. So that, yeah, this Soseki, okay, so I see one of the further reading. There's a book called Three Modern Novelists: Soseki, Tanizaki, and Kawabata. That'd be an interesting one just to learn about those guys. But all right, I'm looking forward to this now. So I've got another book on my list, and that's a good thing. I wonder what the chances of being able to find these at an American, like at a used bookstore is. It's it's. We'll see. Maybe if I don't have success over this break in finding it, with my daughter, maybe I'll just order it. You practically ripped through Soseki during your undergrad days. were you reading in Japanese or were you reading in English? You think the recent publishing might be the name The Grass Pillow. Oh, by the name The Grass Pillow. Oh, okay. That's quite a different translation there. That's is that like, is it a bad translation, or is it like, the shogi ball, the ball runs into the the okay, English mainly. You've only read Sanshiro in Japanese. I see. Ayaka, Connecticut is. I've been to Connecticut once. I've been to Connecticut for college. Like, one of my best friends was married. His wife was in Connecticut, so the wedding was in Connecticut. So we went. A bunch of us went to Connecticut for the wedding, and the part of Connecticut we were in was just gorgeous. It was unbelievably beautiful. I think it was a fall. I think we went in the fall. So the trees and the leaves and it was just so nice. I think that's when it was. I could be wrong. No, maybe it was. Oh, maybe it wasn't. There's trees and leaves, and it was beautiful. Maybe it was in the summer. Kusamakura. So what does Kusamakura literally translate into? Kusamakura. All right. Yeah. Nice seeing you, Snowpiercer. Thanks for stopping by. Great chatting with you. I've not stalking, but I've been following you on 81 Dojo. It's good to see you're playing a lot. Okay, literally, it is Grass Pillow. Okay. Awesome. I'm excited. I am very excited. Very good. It makes sense in English, right? It makes sense in English. I mean, at least my imagination. Like, I think I'm thinking of like a pillow that has hay, kind of stuffed with hay. Maybe this is a pillow stuffed with grass. Maybe that, in my mind, I'm thinking maybe that's a thing in, early 20th century Japan. I don't know. So what's going on? What's going on with my season pass? Oh, they popped up. Okay, so I'm still far from the goal, which is the 3,000. But I just need to place it. Next week, the weekly awards. Once those reset, it's gonna get a bunch. I'm excited. Now it feels so good. I don't know how you all feel. A humble pillow used by a traveler. Exactly. when I have like a book on my list, or when I have added a new book to this list of books that I want to get, like, there's so much hope and optimism that, like, just it's almost like getting it ruins it. At some point, it's like, it's so good knowing that there is this thing out there. There's this great future out there, and I'm going to enjoy this thing. And just having that carrot, out there is a pleasant feeling. I think the same thing happens when, like, if you order something and it's going to be shipped to you. In many ways, the most enjoyment that I get out of it is the wait for it to arrive. It's the excitement. It's the excitement and the hope that it's going to be good and all this stuff. And maybe I'm weird in that way, but I think, you know, adding a book to my list is one of those really nice things, even if I never get it. But I do think I'm going to get this one if I can find it. Well, if I can't find it, I'll order it. Or order it from Amazon. I'm disappointed with Amazon, by the way, though. You know, I bought this Roku stick, this cheap Roku stick, just to try to get the TV that we use in the main room has Roku TV built into it, and it's not that responsive. You know, the remote and all that stuff. It's annoying. It's slow to load some of the apps, stuff like that. So I thought, let me get one of these dedicated devices, and it's on sale. It's $20. I'll try it. You know, Amazon's so good with returns, and you know, we do so much business with Amazon. You know, I'm sure they wouldn't mind. And got the thing. It was okay. It's an improvement in terms of performance, but it's only wireless, which I knew, you know, which is unfortunate. But like, it's very slow to connect to wireless, and sometimes it just doesn't. Despite the fact that I've got, you know, 2 networks and they're all working in perfect condition. This device has trouble, and then I rebooted this stick and it stopped accepting button presses. So I'm like, okay, so I'll return it. And now Amazon's giving me a hard time just to return this $20 thing. They want me to box it up and go to a UPS store. I can either box it up and go to a UPS store, or I can hand it off at some place 20 miles away. Usually you can just go to Whole Foods and just drop it off. Whole Foods are one of a million places to drop off returns. For some reason, this $20 Roku stick, they're making it really annoying. I've got to print out stuff, package it up, etc., etc. So I'm kind of disappointed, and it actually is going to. I think it'll impact my usage of Amazon to a certain extent, because I will be less willing to make a speculative purchase that might not work out, knowing that I've got to go through a rigmarole to return it. You know, versus the old way, which was you just bring it to Whole Foods, brain dead easy. But anyway, now I'm talking about Amazon. So I think that's a good sign that I should probably close it up. The games were fun. Learned a lot today. Thank you, Koshiro. Thank you, Benjamin Shua. Thank you, everybody. And gained a bunch of points. Gained a bunch of percentage. I think I gained 10%. My opponents were tremendous. All right, Mako. Enjoy the exam. Enjoy. Hopefully everyone is good. Have a great weekend. And same to everyone else. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you again for all that support during the 24-hour stream. So fun. I have such good memories already from that event. And it was really because of you all. Like I had my doubts going in, but it was a blast. So thank you again. I will see you all soon. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend of Shogi. And Unti Kong, good to see you too. And take care. Bye.